To record.
And we are recording.
Okay. Okay, so let me just go back. So that first link, that's going to be the survey that people fill out when they need to create a ticket for the help desk. The second link that you copy and paste, that's going to take us to the side for the help desk. So we're on that page. Well, we were on that page. The link takes us to this data tab in Survey 123 after we log in. But let me briefly go over all the other tabs. So this overview tab just shows the number of records or number of tickets that were created, and who the users were. They're all going to be anonymous if they don't have ArcGIS Online accounts. You see most of them were created by PDAS as we were testing it. And then you have the option to change the date range. You could do just see everything today, last 30 days. I guess this, might be useful if you're looking for patterns throughout the month or something like that. So that's the overview page. The design page is just for the design of the survey itself. So you definitely don't want to change anything on here. This shouldn't, be necessary for all of you using the doing the help desk. Collaborate, again, won't be useful for you really, but it's just the settings for the survey and its results. The only thing really that would be useful is the URL right here to the survey, or the QR code for the survey. And you can open up the survey in a new tab, which I'm not sure if anyone has actually seen the survey yet. Should I open it and show the actual survey that the users are submitting so we can take a look at it real quick?
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. So, and I'm showing you guys this just because I'm imagining that maybe one of the issues or one of the questions, one of the calls or emails that the help desk might get is, maybe they're just trying to, report an issue, but not actually creating a ticket using the survey. And so this is where you would access, that link or the QR code or whatever to send to them. I'm just imagining that might be an issue. So this is one spot where that information is held. And then, like I said, this link is going to actually open up the survey so we can see what it looks like. And so we've got the phone number and email at the top and the bottom. This ticket number, is there?
Oh, Amber, yeah, I'll work with you. It looks like CDFA updated that email address, so
Okay.
I'll send you that new one.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Yeah, and if anybody notices anything with the survey that needs to be changed, you can always just email PDAS, and that is something I can easily fix. So the ticket number, again, I was just assuming that we should have some kind of number system to keep track of all the records. So this is just a it's the date and time down to the millisecond, and it's automatically generated the second the user accesses the survey. And then we have just like the name, contact information, the county, organization, the incident date, the date that the problem actually occurred, their phone number, email, office address. And then down here we have options depending on whether they're using the administrator application, which would be on the desktop computer, or the trapper application, which are on the iPads. And depending on what they select, there will be additional questions for them to answer to kind of narrow in on what the actual problem is. So for instance, if I click administrator application, and then maybe surveys. Then there's another set of options here where, you know, that are basically based on the interface for each app. I'll go with, I don't know, hosts, or even better, other. And then they have an option to attach a screenshot or, you know, other image that might be helpful in describing the issue they're having. And then there's a little notes section here. And they'll just click submit. I don't really want to submit another ticket. But so that's basically what the survey looks like for the people that are going to be submitting this information to the help desk. Let me know if I'm going too fast. Are there any questions so far?
No questions. I'm just envisioning in the future, as we all get used to using the tool, that virtually all incoming calls and emails would be translated into this survey, Amber. So what you just showed, able to pull up that QR code and make an entry on behalf of callers.
Yeah, absolutely. That is also an option. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, definitely. So we're on collaborate, analyze. This tab has a lot of statistical information about all the responses for all the tickets. Some of it will be useful, I'm thinking, some of it not so useful. It just depends on how the field has been set up. So like, for example, you see the ticket number, obviously we know that's an integer, but it generates a word cloud. So, you know, that's going to be completely useless for us. You know, same with name. I'm pretty sure we don't, I mean, I guess we might want to see if somebody, you know, has submitted over 20 tickets or something, but some of the other options, as in you see over here, there's like, you can navigate to the different ones, but some of them I'm thinking might be a little bit useful, like the county. There's different options to make it like a column or a bar chart, pie chart. And then this one, because it's also location based, we can use a map to view it. So some of this, you know, might be useful for keeping track of metrics, for like the number of tickets, you know, submitted by CDFA versus county, maybe what counties, if there's, you know, like a location specific issue going on, that would be a way to kind of find that out. So it's all of the options, all the questions that were in the survey, we have information for on this page. And this will also include, which we're going to get into in a second, as I scroll down here, there's all the screenshots or images that people have uploaded for the sample tickets. Okay, so this also includes the help desk information. So again, this will be a good way to keep track of, you know, how many high priority tickets are open right now, how many tickets are open, period. This is the priority status. You know, you can see how many are open, in progress, escalated, resolved. Number of days that the tickets have been open. So that's pretty much the analyze tab there. There's up at the top left, you can filter the information by date or by different attributes. Like, let's see, if we only wanted to see all this information for like a certain county, we can put in county is Alameda. and then hit apply. And it'll only show all this information over here on the right for Alameda. And then we can remove the filter by clicking that right there. And so that's pretty much it for the Analyze tab. That's definitely not going to be the main tab, you know, that everyone uses, but it does have some helpful information that I'm sure would be useful for like reporting purposes. And then I'm going to skip data just because that's the tab that we want to spend the most time on. So let me pass that up just for now and go to the settings tab. This, again, you won't use. If you have any questions on it, just email PDAS, but it refers to the settings for the field app, for the survey, and the desktop app. And then this little symbol right here, it's basically a repeat of the Collaborate tab. It's got a link to the survey and then the QR code. So now I want to get to the data tab, and that's the tab that our link on the PDF takes us to. Do we have any questions before I start getting into this? Okay. So this is set up with the responses on the left. All the beginning fields here are all the fields that are in the survey. So you see, we see the same information: ticket number, name, title, county, all this stuff, yada yada yada. As we kind of move to the right, you'll see the different options that have been created or that have been selected. And then the notes section here for them. And then starting at priority, this is from here till the end of it is all for the help desk to enter in. So we have the priority, and there's different ways you can do this, but for your purposes right now, I have form view off, and we're going to just double click. And this is where you can start entering in the help desk side of this. As far as priority, there's high, medium, and low. You'll have to refer to the help desk manual, I'm assuming, for more information on exactly how it is figured that these are classified high, medium, or low. I don't have that information, but it's in there. So, and then assigned to name, organization. We have CDFA, LA County, and Verted GIS. I think that's how it's pronounced. So, you know, initially it would be CDFA, and then depending on, you know, what happens, if it's escalated and has to be referred to like LA County or Verted GIS, then you would change it here. Status by default is always open once a ticket is created. And then it can be changed by the help desk as things progress. Number of days the ticket is open, that is a calculation that I have running in ArcGIS Pro on my laptop. So at some point we will want to set up probably someone else's computer with ArcGIS Pro and have it running on their computer. But for now, it's not a huge deal. I literally just have to have my computer on and it'll run. And then date user contacted, you'll see the little date thing pop up. Date escalated to, that would be the name of the person. And then date resolved by, that would be the person. Number of contacts with user, that was something that the manual wanted included in here, so I put that in there. And then the notes. And so all of this information can be edited. If somebody created a ticket and maybe put in the wrong phone number, you can edit that. All this information can be edited. And you can also, if you turn on form view, when you click on the record, over here on the right, move this. Over here on the right, you'll see the form, basically the survey, and you can edit it clicking this button right here. Now, if you do this, it's only going to show their survey information to edit. So again, probably not super useful. You can probably just, you know, keep the form view turned off and just edit stuff as you go through, scroll to the right. But so that's what that is. It just basically pops up the survey again, and you can make changes to it. For your purposes, it'll probably be more filling out the help desk portion and not so much, you know, changing their information. And then we have, again, different filters. You can change the date range that these are, that is displaying. You can filter by different attributes. You know, if you have, I mean, if this becomes like a huge thing and there are certain people assigned to certain areas, you know, that would be something, you know, you could filter by county or filter by, you know, maybe one person has does CDFA and one person does the county records, then that would be something you could do there. This keeps getting in my way. And then export. So this would be where you would, if you wanted to export the data to like an Excel file or something right there. And then this this little button right here, it refreshes the data. So when you're on this page, it's not going to automatically pop up every single time somebody submits a ticket. You'll have to hit this button to refresh it and see all the new records. And then down here at the bottom, there's show all records, show selected records only, clear selection, just in case I have one selected and it shows it highlighted on the map. If I wanted to clear that out, I just click that button there. Let's see. I don't know if do you think we need to get into all the different options for the multiple choice questions? I think we pretty much we went through all of them for the help desk for what they're going to be entering in. Just the priority and then the status.
And what other types of multiple choice are you talking about? The options within each app?
Yeah, the options for the survey itself. I mean, it's kind of already displayed here. So for the survey itself, for what the users submit when they submit the ticket, they're asked the version of the CalTrap application, and the options are administrator or trapper. And again, so, you know, if they submit one and then email and say, hey, wait, I meant, you know, the trapper application, you can change that in here. And then, so for, depending on what they answer, either administrator or trapper, then they have these options that follow. So if they answered administrator options or administrator application, then these are the options they have. If they answered trapper application, these are the options that they have here. But you'll be able to see, you know, when you get to this page and you look, you can see, okay, it was the administrator application. The section that they're having an issue with was assignment. And then, you know, obviously these are all blank because they didn't apply. What part of the assignment were they having an issue with? Assigning routes. And then we have nothing until we get over to the notes, stopped working testing. And if we want to see if there was a screenshot or anything attached, we just enable the form view up here so the form pops up when we click on the record. And we can scroll down and see if they attached any images, which they didn't. Let's see if I can find one that does have an image. No, one of them did. Here we go. So here's one where you can see it's just the PDAS logo, but that's the image that they attach. That would be where they would attach like a screenshot of, the error or something like that. So again, it would be more of a, I guess, something you would refer to with the manual for this. I don't really know, at what point all the information will need to be entered in by the help desk once, tickets are created, but this would be the section where all that information would be filled in from priority on to the notes there at the end. I'm assuming it would probably be as, once it's created, priority, it would, whatever, information gets reviewed to decide what the priority is, that would probably be like one of the first things. And then assigned to name and organization. That's kind of why I set it up in that order, because I was assuming that would probably be the order in which, the information would start to be entered in. And then when you get to where you actually contact the user for the first time to try to resolve the issue, you put that in and then move forward if we weren't able to resolve the issue, then we put in the date that it was escalated and who it was escalated to, and then hopefully eventually it gets resolved. So we'll put the date there and who, eventually resolved it. And then again, the number of contacts with the user. I'm not sure how that's being, tallied or whatever, but that's where you would put in the number, just the integer number of times that the user was contacted, and then any pertinent notes over here in this section.
Amber, this is Yvonne. I have a question, or maybe also for Bonnie as well. So based on who the issue is assigned to, I guess we would need to think about how we relay that information, or if that user would also need access to the system.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, certainly with the county, that I'm sure wouldn't be a big deal to just have, some county users that have access as well. As far as Verta GIS, that probably would not be something we would want to do, though. We could document it on our end that we had to assign it to them. However, I don't know that we would want to actually give them access to this. It would probably be, like you said, more just relaying all the information that we've gotten from here to them.
That's correct, Amber.
Yeah.
We did agree internally that Vertigis would not have access into this tool.
Yeah.
So it becomes a little bit of case management when things get escalated to them, because they're an external party. But the help desk staff that are assigned to that would track the number of days that the problem is out for resolution with Vertigis and be responsible for contacting them if they don't resolve it quickly. And we will provide a help desk operations guide that gives all the instructions for when to escalate after a certain number of days, and who to contact, and all the details that are needed to manage that type of request.
Yeah, and that would be a great something that you could keep track of. Well, you can keep track of it in here too, but to see, let's go down. See like the number that are currently with VertiGIS, and we could filter it here. Let's see.
Yeah, exactly like that.
See, like, let's see. Number of days ticket open is, let's see. Yeah, I'm trying to think of, you know, is greater than 7. So I'm looking at everything, you know, the column chart for what's assigned to VertiGIS, and then I'm going to filter it on the number of days ticket open is greater than 7. So everything that has been open, you know, pending for more than a week, and apply, and that'll update it. Yeah, which we don't have any, looks like. But yeah, and then you can do that over here too again. Let's see, I forget how many days is this? Oh yeah, it's only been open for a day. Let me change this one. And I'll do it over here so you can see it here too. So we'll filter this on assigned to organization is VertiGIS, and number of days ticket open greater than, and hit apply. And then we'll see my one record here that is with VertiGIS, and it's been longer than a week that it's been open.
Is there a way to like save that record and then we could attach it to an email or something if we had to send the information to VertiGIS or?
Yeah, you can export it.
Okay.
Yeah. I would probably just do an Excel file, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thanks.
Mm-hmm. We can remove the filter. And we see everything again. Do we have any other questions?
Amber, if your demo is complete, I'll just mention a few things and close the call.
Yeah, that's, like I said, I tried not to go through it too fast, but and if anybody has questions afterward, feel free to email me.
Yeah, that was great. Thank you very much. And I wanted to mention, I mentioned a little bit earlier in the call that next week will be a soft start. And because we're still getting access together and collaborating a little bit more on this tool, the help desk staff will not be expected to use this tool next week, but hopefully by Monday the 22nd. And like I said, we'll have detailed instructions in addition to Amber's helpful user guide. We'll have more operations type details available for you. So, so yeah, next week we'll just practice receiving calls and monitoring the help desk inbox and routing those to Yvonne and myself and Kwa Lam. And we'll just test out the process for everybody, make sure everyone has the right access and the right tools. And then we'll do a check-in later next week just to see how everything's going and make sure we're all prepared. You may get a few calls coming in from the field and some of our CDFA trainers because they are active on CalTrap. They are training counties and they are coming up with questions. So a lot of those are coming to Yvonne and me and Kwa directly, and you may start to get some of those through the help desk line. So that's what to expect for next week. And any other questions or topics to raise?
The only thing I have is if you can send me the updated email address and phone number if that's changed also. I can fix that on the survey.
You bet. I'll give you a buzz after this if you have a minute, Amber. Yeah. Okay. Okay, great. Well, thank you very much, Amber, for putting that together and demoing it. Thank you, everyone, for participating. And we'll be in touch next week.
All right.
Okay. Take care.
Thank you, Amber.
Thank you. Thank you, Amber. And
Bye-bye.
bye.